Okay, let's go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for all your support. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already done so. So today we have another these all happened, like this just came out again in the CDCR news, but it happened on the 24th, same day the other incident happened. So right now the CDCR for the month of August has 8 incidents of either inmate deaths, homicides inside the prisons, and 2 attacks on officers. And this is what you get with Governor Numbskull and McCumber. It's ridiculous because they want you to be friends with these inmates and play cards with them and checkers and chess and, you know, sit down with them and, be friends with them. Have a cup of coffee with them. Whatever bullshit CDCR is trying to pull these days is with this Norway project bullshit, friends, inmates. Dude, it's fucking prison. And these are inmates. And some of them are very fucking dangerous. And there's a lot of gangs in there. So, excuse my language, but I'm getting pissed off about this shit. I have never seen such bullshit, the worst way you think you're going to run a prison. Because I'm going to tell you a story real quick before I get into this, the new news story that CDCR just published. I have a friend that lives in Norway. Yeah, I know that might sound, no, I do. His name's Steiner. I'm not going to give you his last name, but his name is Steiner. And he went to prison in Norway. I met him through social media years ago. Well, not years ago, a couple years ago. And he's got a clothing brand. And then I was trying to help him out here in the United States because he's in Norway. But he's born and raised, lived in Norway, never even been to the United States before. But you're trying to take a country that's totally different. Like it doesn't have the politicking and the politics in prison, and put that into California, the worst state for prison. You know what I mean? To be an inmate. I mean, not the worst. There's some really shitty places. I don't give a shit what jail or prison you're in. Prison and jail shit. It sucks. But California's known for it being the most notorious prisons. Having the most notorious prisons. So anyways, yeah, 8 incidents in so far in the month of October. And this time it's on an officer at Pelican Bay. So I'm going to get into that and let you guys know. So right here is the inmate. I'm not going to get tricked up with their bullshit, incarcerated person, pronouns and all that other bullshit. I'm not doing that shit. I don't work for CDCR. They can kiss my ass. I will never say that word. They're inmates. That's the way it's always been since I lived there and I was there. It's inmate, not incarcerated person. So anyways, this Devion Price, that's him right there in the picture. He attacked a CDCR officer, corrections officer. So let's read the story here. Attempted homicide of Pelican Bay State Prison officer under investigation. California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, the CDCR, officials are investigating the alleged attempted homicide of a peace officer at Pelican Bay State Prison. On August 24th, again, remember what I said about the 24th, they're putting out news couple days after. And all this shit's been happening recent. I mean, some of the stuff was, but I would say in the last week, there's been what, 4 attacks on either inmates or COs. So, anyways, on October 20th, October, what the fuck? It's not October. Come on. Come on, guys. Just bear with me here. On August 24th, 2024, at approximately 6:35 p.m., inmate Devion Price was being escorted to his cell in the restrictive housing unit when he partially freed himself from handcuffs and struck an officer in the face. Staff immediately responded, and Price ignored orders to get down. Price continued to strike the officer in the head and torso. Look, man, prison's violent. It's what people don't understand. My message is, by putting out these videos, I'm not doing it to, I know some people, like, man, I don't want to see that. I don't want to hear that, because they live in a bubble. They live in a bubble that they don't want to come out of, and what real life is about. But all I can tell you is, with my messages, especially to the youngsters out there, because I did the same shit when I was a youngster growing up in California. You have a choice. You do have a choice. Don't make that wrong choice thinking that joining a gang is going to, and this doesn't have anything to do with this here, but joining a gang and thinking that they have you 100% got your back. Well, guess what? Say you join the gang and they want you to do something. Say you're only in the gang for a couple weeks or a month or a couple days, and they tell you, hey, we want this guy. You need to go take care of this dude. And say you're 15 years old, 16, 17, 14, whatever age you are. So you do what they tell you to do, so you could be part of that gang. And guess what happens? You go and you do what they tell you to do, and you take this person's life. Now, when you're sitting in the county jail, waiting to go to trial, waiting to go to court, are they helping you? Are they sending you money? Are they putting money on your books? Are they taking care of your family? No. Did that happen back in the old days? Yeah, they used to take care of their own people. They don't do that shit no more. It's a whole new breed out there right now. And I don't care who likes it or who doesn't like it, what I'm saying. I'm going to tell it to you uncut, raw, right at you. Facts. I don't give a shit. I'm not hiding it. I'm not candy coating it. Nothing. You go to prison for the rest of your life. You get a life sentence for joining that gang and doing something they did for you. And then what happens when you get into that prison? Okay, so you get clicked up with one of the factions in there, or your faction in there. Okay. They don't know you from nobody, but say somebody vouches for you, your paperwork's good, whatever. And then you do some stuff in prison. They will not hesitate to take you out just as easy as you did. There's no loyalty anymore. The loyalty is gone. It's not. Now, I can't say that for the OGs, the older cats that's been there, been around, but still everything's changing from all these youngsters, and it's respect issues. So before you think twice before you want to join a gang, get into a gang, be part of something like that. There's other positive things out there for you to do. And trust me, I know. I took the wrong path at a younger age. Thankfully, I didn't end up with life in prison or any stupid thing like that. But I did do my fair share of different things. And I'll get into that at another time. But the best way to not have to deal with that is to don't get in it in the first place. It doesn't matter. You can't. I mean, a lot of people say, "Well, I didn't have a choice because that's where you grew up. That's your hood. That's your, you know, you don't have a choice on the matter, but you do have a choice. That's the thing. There's so many successful people in this world today that grew up in horrible crime-ridden neighborhoods with gangs, ran everything, and they never joined a gang, and they became doctors, surgeons, lawyers, what computer technicians, freaking networking. I mean, there's so much out there that you can do, but if you have the choice. That's what I'm trying to get at. Make the right choice. Think about the repercussions. Now, is it really worth it? Nah, they look cool and they're always doing this and that, so yeah, it's cool. I thought the same thing. It's cool, yeah, you know what I mean? I want to be like them. But when it boils down to it and you get down to the nitty gritty and then you end up going to prison, they don't give a shit about you no more. You're gone. You know what I mean? If you got some real solid homies that you grew up with, they might be there for you a little bit right at the beginning, and then that will fade off just like everything else does. And then you're just a nobody, and you're sitting in prison for the rest of your life for that. That's just my thoughts on that, my opinion, my perspective. You take it however you want it. Hopefully you make the right decision. Anyways, let's get back to the story. I'm sorry I got on that rant, but I have to get that out there because it really bothers me that there's just no loyalty anymore. And that's the three things that I live by is honor, loyalty, and respect. And if you can't, you don't get that. Like you're thinking you're getting it, but you're really not. I mean, you might at the time a little bit of respect, but you're going to put work in to get that respect. You got to earn that respect. Now, as far as the loyalty goes, you're loyal, 100% loyal, and all that other stuff to your gang or whatever it is you're in. And then when something happens to you, are they 100% loyal to you? No, they already forgot about you. You're gone. That's just the way it goes. Think twice before you get into that. All right, let's get back on this. Staff used physical force to quell the attack. An inmate manufactured. Here we go again. Inmate, and you know what? They put inmate, not a incarcerated person's manufactured weapon. That'd be something, wouldn't it? An inmate but who's an inmate? It says an inmate manufactured weapon was found at the scene, but they're incarcerated persons. Remember, that's the way they want you to address them. So then that would mean who's the inmate? What's an inmate? You mean an incarcerated person's manufactured weapon? That would be politically correct for California now, right? Stupid asses. Anyway, yeah, so they found a weapon. Obviously you already know what kind of weapon. The officer was stabbed in the head, and 2 puncture wounds were discovered in his stab-resistant vest. Swelling to the head and other minor injuries were found during a medical evaluation. The officer was transported to an outside medical facility, treated, and released that evening. Price remains within the restricted housing unit. Prison officials are currently investigating the incident, of course. The case will be referred to the Del Norte District Attorney's Office for possible felony prosecution. Possible. Peer support services are being offered to employees. Price, 33, was most recently received from Stanislaus County on November 7th, 2017, sentenced to life with the possibility of parole for second-degree murder as a second striker and owning a firearm by a felon or addict as a second striker, with enhancements for a prior felony conviction of serious offense, and intentional discharge of a firearm causing great bodily injury or death. Price was sentenced by Del Norte County on July 7th, 2022 to 4 years, 4 months for in-prison offenses. So this, not, that's why he's in Pelican Bay. I mean, he's not, no one new to the violence in prison. So he got 4 years, 4 months for in-prison offenses of battery on a prisoner, of a non-prisoner. Also another CO or somebody who works in the prison and resisting or deterring an officer with threats or violence. I mean, see what I'm saying? That's what you're working with. It was also sentenced by Marin County on September 7th, 2023 to 4 years for an in-prison offense of possession or manufacture of a deadly weapon by, this time, they need to get their shit straight, by an incarcerated person as a second striker. And I'm only saying incarcerated person because they just said up there, they always talk about incarcerated. That's their new terms. You got to address, COs have to address the inmates properly. They're incarcerated persons now, and whatever pronouns they want, that's the way they have to address them now. Anyway, by an incarcerated person as a second striker. But they just said they found an inmate manufactured weapon. That's crazy. So yeah, he has a very long history. I mean, he's doing life, but he has the possibility for parole, but he just ain't having it. He likes to stir the pot, stay in the shit. He has compliance issues, man. He don't want to be told what to do by officers, COs at any point in time. That obviously shows in his history. Yeah, that's crazy. So again, these are the type individuals. And shout outs to the CO that he's recovering, and it looks like he's lucky to have that stab proof vest that he had on. And luckily, him being stabbed in the head, there's just a little bit of swelling or whatever. Maybe he missed. I don't know. But yeah, that's shout outs go to him, and hope that he is doing well at this time. But all this shit stems from, I mean, not all of it. Like this guy, he's got a history of, I just told you his history. He's got a lot of history of assaulting officers while he's been in prison. And the stupid ass is, he has a possibility of parole, sentence to life, for second degree murder. I mean, how long is he going to do in there? Who knows? He's 33 years old. He was in his 20s when he got sentenced. I mean, he could be out, and it's hard to say. But he has that opportunity, but not. I mean, the way he's going, nope, he's not going to get out. He's not going to get paroled. Anyways, guys, that's the breaking news from CDCR today. They just come out with it today, although it happened on the 24th. So the 24th of August, again, is that was what? This will make 3 incidents on the 24th. I don't know. I'm going to check this out while I'm talking to you guys, because I want to see what, because I didn't cover the one at CSP. Wait, where was that one at? Yeah, at California State Prison. I didn't cover that one because I didn't see that one just came out too. And it happened on the 24th. So that's one. Then this one's two. That's on an officer. And then we had the one I already covered. Let's see. There's a total of 12 for the month. Of, well, get your eyes up in there. My computer is not wanting to it's not wanting to cooperate with me for some reason. The high desert, yeah, and then there was the one. I want to see when the one because I was talking about that Salinas Valley prison. Okay, that was on the 19th. So you got 3 on the 24th, one on the 19th, and then you had the one at the California Institute, the CIM, California Institution for Men, where that guy, crazy dude, in his boxers and no shoes, went up and stabbed an officer. So yeah, it's crazy. So they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 incidences. 2 were officer involved. Isn't that crazy? That's insane. So yeah, man, I just get a little, worked up about that when I start talking, about all the shit that's going on in California in prison. I get a little worked up about, because my message out there is I like to expose the corruption. For one, that's my biggest thing, because I've seen it, I've done it, and I like to expose the corruption. But also, I'm trying to get the message out, like I said earlier, to the youngsters and people that are thinking about joining gangs. And yeah, they're going to have your back, because they don't care. All right, guys, I guess that's it. There's no more news. I'm looking. That's it for today. Hey, maybe tomorrow they're going to come out with another one for the 24th. Who knows? I didn't cover the other story at what was it, CSP, but I don't feel I need to. If anything else pops up, I will definitely let you guys know. I'll give you an updates on whatever I find out on any of these stories I've done. And with that, I'm done. Have a great day. Peace out, and we'll stay safe.